morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. It's 11:35 a.m. Pacific time. It's December 10th, 2025. Let's begin. Leavitt's lie about soybeans and Biden is really about Trump. President Trump and his team spent all their day seeking adversaries to tangle with, so they can assign blame for any problem in America that Trump cannot or not fix. The truth is never an obstacle when Team Trump feels an acute need to fix blame anywhere but on Trump team or Team Trump. White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt demonstrated that yet again on December 9th in the safest of spaces for her brand of prevarication, interview with Newsmax. Leavitt touted what she called Trump bringing home another huge win for our farmers, after he backed off on his disastrous in an October meeting with China's president Xi Jinping, who agreed to resume the import of American soybeans and other agricultural products. Either Caroline Leavitt doesn't know what she's talking about or she lied. Then Leavitt's attempt to pivot to a time and experience that never existed. Leavitt's attempt to pivot to a time and experience that never existed, with a tall tale too tantalizing to be stymied by truth. The real blame for the real harm done to America's soybean farmers claimed belongs to former President Joe Biden for problems caused by Trump's senseless trade wars. President Trump corrected President Xi to continue purchasing or beginning purchasing again American soybeans, which is something China wasn't doing under the last administration, because they had no respect for President Biden or for the country at the time, Leavitt told Newsmax. Two possible explanations for all that. Leavitt is either so profoundly uniform on this subject that she did her claim could be easily disproven, or she just liked the sound of her line and expect or receive any pushback from the Newsmax hosts conducting the interview. The timing makes this all so absurd. Trump had just announced a day earlier a $12 billion bailout for American farmers, or America's farmers, paid for by American tax dollars, to help them to recover financial losses caused by Trump tariffs. The facts about soybeans and Biden's are easy enough to find. Let's debunk Leavitt's lie about soybeans, China, and Biden. The U.S. Department of Agriculture Foreign Agricultural Service website, which is under the control of Trump administration appointees, clearly shows that China has been the largest customer for America's soybeans for the decade from 2015 to 2024. That, of course, includes the 4 years that Biden served as president. China's peak in importing American soybeans in the past decade came in the middle of Biden's term at near $18 billion in 2022, something Leavitt tried to claim never happened. In any market with peaks, there are valleys too. China's lowest investment in American soybeans at $3.12 billion happened in the middle of Trump's first term in 2018, and that too was blowback his fixation on tariffs back then. Guess what else happened in 2018? Trump had to fund a $12 billion bailout that year for American farmers feeling the economic harm of foreign countries cutting their imports of our crops because of Trump's tariffs. See the pattern here? Trump takes office, imposes tariffs, sets off financial calamity for American farmers, uses American tax dollars to bandage that wound, and then back down on tariffs. Leavitt thinks that makes him a hero. Spent most of 2025 soybeans from anywhere but America. In one particularly galling instance for American farmers in September, China purchased a quarter of Argentina's annual soybean crop during the same week when Trump authorized a $20 billion infusion of American dollars into that country's central bank to try to stabilize a wobbly economy there. Why do farmers even need a bailout? Whose fault could that be? Here's what Newsmax didn't ask Leavitt. If Trump is such a savvy player with this, why do a $12 billion bailout to help them recover from his economic policies? And why is it that the second time in 7 years that American farmers need a $12 billion bailout because of Trump's economic policies? I asked the White House press team on December 9th, after Leavitt's Newsmax interview, for an explanation of how she got the story of American soybean sales to China. Very wrong. Deputy Press Secretary Anna Kelly told me in an email that Karoline is right because Team Trump thinks exile didn't respect Biden. Again, Karoline Leavitt is right. She also took some shots at Biden's trade policies. See the dodge? Kelly didn't attempt to explain why Leavitt claimed something that was absolutely untrue and easy to debunk with government information maintained by Trump's appointees. That would have muddled the message that someone else and never Trump is always to blame for the Trump on American farmers. Karoline later touted on social media write-up by Newsmax of her interview that quoted her saying this about Trump and the economy. And this is what Karoline Leavitt said. The best is yet to come. That article didn't repeat Karoline Leavitt's lie about China not buying soybeans when Biden was president. It just badly asserted China's agreement to resume buying American soybeans, in Karoline Leavitt's words, reflected increased confidence in Trump's posture on trade. That's a weird way to describe Trump's surrender on his disaster status after the harm was already felt by American farmers. Be sure China should have increased confidence that Trump would fall on tariffs because that's what he does. Telling the truth might require Leavitt to place the blame on Trump, but Team Trump knows there's always another adversary out there to blame, and the truth will never stop them from trying. Again, thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. Follow me on Instagram, the Studio 11. Follow me on X, the Studio 2020. I like to say Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. Subscribe to the channels. Give it a smash the like button. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. And I'll see you in the next one.